Hello, good evening, guys. Hope you're well. It's me again. So, I just want to touch base and circle back to what I spoke about previously, and that is regarding medications that you get from your doctor when you're not feeling well. So, I'm a strong advocate for going to the doctor and explaining your situation and getting your prescription medication. But here's the thing, all right, guys. The problem is that if you're actually telling your doctor A, B, C, and D, this is what's wrong with me, he's going to then say, well, okay, let's prescribe you this and this and this and this. You're actually diagnosing yourself, all right? You're diagnosing yourself. It takes at least 1 or 2 consultations to determine whether you are actually suffering from depression and all these chronic mind-altering conditions that may lead you to depression, anxiety, bipolar, that type of thing. It's such a broad spectrum. It's actually crazy. So I'm asking you, and I'm appealing to you, all right, if you're going through whatever the case may be, divorce, breakups, work-related issues, whatever the case may be, and you go and see your doctor and you're not feeling well because you've been suffering with withdrawal, you're absolutely taking yourself and your physical self, you're withdrawing from life, you're withdrawing from people, that type of thing. So you go to your doctor and you say, listen, doc, I'm not feeling well, and he gives you a prescription and it's like that long, right? Like I said, you are, by the time you finished telling him what's wrong, you're actually diagnosing yourself. And this doctor's first mind trigger is to think, okay, well, she's suffering from A, B, C, and D, so let me put her on to 1, 2, 3, 4 and give her a 6-month repeat prescription, come back in 3 months and see me. Now that's the problem, okay? With SSRIs, I'm talking about antidepressants, I'm talking about mind-altering, or should I say, medications that make you sleepy, that help you with insomnia, with arrhythmia, irregular heart rates, that type of thing, all right? You need to be very, very, very cautious of these medications, because what they don't tell you, what they are not telling you, is after 6 months or a year or 2 years or 3 years, and you decide, you know what, you want to get off the medication, which is fantastic, and you start taking yourself off the medication and you start experiencing the problems, you're going to experience horrific withdrawals. They start very mildly, but you almost feel disconnected from your body, okay? You start to experience palpitations, funny feelings on your skin, you have funny rhythmic rhythms going on with your heart. You actually get sensations in your brain. They call it brain zapping, where it's like lightning bolting through your head. I need to reiterate this because that's exactly how it is. Okay, I'm not joking. These medications, they're great for short term, absolutely. Now look, I've got my accreditation in and certification in psychology, psychiatry, social psychology, and I can't mention it online, but prevent yourself from taking your own life. I'm accredited in that department as well. So what I'm trying to tell you is that you need to be extra cautious. Ask your doctor. Please, you need to be asking questions. Ask your doctor, okay, what is this tablet going to do for me? How long do I need to be on it? And how is it going to be when I come off the medication? Because that is a crucial problem. Because everyone is there to help you initially when you're on the medication or when you need to get put onto the medication. But let me assure you, and I assure you, that when you need to stop taking it and you need to start Googling and finding out from different doctors how to taper, that's when the problem kicks in. And you do not want to go down that road trip. Believe me, it is a nightmare. I'm stuck on them. There's one tablet that I'm on, and I've been on it for about 15 or 20 years maybe, and it's a benzodiazepine. And initially when I went and started taking it, this tablet was fantastic. It was helping me slow down my heart rhythm because I was getting panic attacks and anxiety attacks. So I started using the medication, and I was on it for years and years and years. I'm still currently on it, and I cannot taper off the medication. I've tried. It's very, very difficult. There are institutions that will take me in, and what they've said is they do a medical toxification or toxic withdrawal program with me. So medically, they substitute and they take you off what you're on and they put you onto something else. So you're not really beating the system. You're only going along with something to replace it. I need to reiterate this because it's so important. You guys don't realize how dangerous these medications can be. Please don't misunderstand me. If your doctor says to you, or your psychiatrist, or whoever you're consulting with, put you onto medication, that's great, that's fine. I mean, the medications do work. They work with the receptors and other parts of the brain. But the problem is eventually you have to come off the medication, and that's where you find yourself standing alone and nobody is able to help. And you try and get off the medication and you get horrifically ill, violently ill, okay? And that's the problem. I'm going to show you something. Have a look at this and then tell me what you think.
Benzos have really taken away most of my life. They've caused untold damage to my brain. I think I used to have a 154 IQ, and now it's probably like Forrest Gump level. 21 years I've had experience with benzodiazepines, having been prescribed them. And in all good faith, I trusted the doctor, and it's just completely torn to shreds my life. From disinhibiting me, so my borderline symptoms are more pronounced, to insane behaviors. Drinking on them just exacerbates and just makes you go wild. You don't know what happened to you, and bad things happen. And then coming off, my God, the withdrawals are just there. There's nothing that compares to benzo withdrawals. There's protracted withdrawals which just take years to just finally abate.
Yeah, so this is a common experience. These medications can be cognitively devastating. Many people will have cognitive problems, memory problems. They'll seem like they're 20 or even 30 years older than they are because they forget things, they forget names, they don't know how to do things, they're just slow. They can also be very disinhibiting, they can cause mood instability, you can act out in ways you wouldn't normally act out. And then when you come off these drugs, they can cause damage as well. They can cause a form of neurological damage, essentially brain damage, cause protracted withdrawal. And so, yes, having brain injury from benzodiazepine can completely derail your life, just like happened to this gentleman. Drop a comment below if something similar happened to you.
So there you have it. That's Dr. Joseph. He is a certified psychiatrist practicing in America. And the example that I put there for you is that these withdrawals and the addiction to the tablets are absolutely catastrophic, okay? I can verify that what that gentleman said is true. I struggle with memory problems, short-term memory. I struggle with quite a few things, and there just doesn't seem to be a solution to it, okay? So all I'm saying to you is, please before you go onto the medication, rather approach a psychologist. See if you can try and address the root problem, because the root problem is right underneath where the medication is. So if you can try and establish some sort of a connection to the root problem down here, address it with your psychologist or your psychiatrist, and try. See if you can't find ways, coping mechanisms, because we as psychologists are trained to give you coping mechanisms to help you cope with the process. So instead of going onto the medication for 6 months or a year or 3 or 5 or 10 years, see if you can address the problem initially. And if not, then obviously go onto the medication, but don't take it for long, because the withdrawals and the protracted withdrawal symptoms are absolutely horrific. So I'll leave you with that. And just like I said, be mindful of what you take and what you put into your body, because what you take, what you eat, what you drink, you are. Who you hang around with is who you become. This is the point I'm trying to make. So be kind to yourself, be cognitive, ask as many questions as you possibly can, because at the end of the day, it's about your mental health and well-being. And I'm here just to protect you and to say to you, please, before you go into medications, look at the long-term effects, and how that impacts your life. Because when you decide one day I'm happy and everything's great, life is good, and you want to go off the medications, that you're not going to be stuck in that situation, because you're going to be fighting a battle of your life that's going to last maybe 2 months, 3 months, a year, 5 years, 20 years. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm just sharing this with you, and I hope you found it informative. And I do offer a service where you can reach me. It's 084 6000 871, 084 6000 871. That is a WhatsApp number where you can just send me a message, and I'd be happy to assist you with coping mechanisms and whatever you may require. I'll put all the details in the comment section below. So from me to you, love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be kind. And I hope you're all well. Take it easy, guys. Thank you.